much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday morning. At least it's beautiful where I am. I don't know about y'all. But we are here with another one-shot adventure DM'd by the lovely Laughmaker D&D, aka Kosuke Sigma, aka Jen. I'm so excited to have you doing this again, Jen. Thank you so much. And thank you to our wonderful two guests at our table today, Indoor of Indoor Adventures fame, and Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com for all of your adorable art needs. Welcome, guys.
Good morning. It's good to be here. First time caller, long time listener.
It is very early for some folks at this table, but we are very excited. As always, my channel is a charity channel. We don't have any game affecting things that you can do today because this is a one shot and we do have a limited amount of time to get through it. However, if you would like to send in bits and subs, all of that money goes to thetrevorproject.org when I receive a payout from Twitch. Or if you really want to make a difference, go directly to thetrevorproject.org, make a $5 to $10 minimum donation, and then tweet it at me, and I'll get you in touch with our DM for Nexus Adventures, Alyssa Vamp on Twitter. And you get to create an NPC for our world that we interact with on a regular basis. Y Scott in my community was the very first person to go and do it. They created Tabitha Tabbington, our wonderful, all-knowing, it seems, bard. And we have two other members of the community who recently did it as well, and we're very excited to meet their NPCs. So definitely, if you're interested in making a difference in the world, go consider doing that. As for that, we will be talking about some charities at the end of the show because we talk about charities instead of promoting our own stuff here. So stick around for those. We'll be doing that. The brain train just stopped. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Jen, let's get our introductions going. Would you start us off?
Hi, I'm Jen. I'll be the DM for today, and I will be taking you through a tale of dragons, Mephits, and a planeswalker today.
Nice. RJ, who are you? What you doing?
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ, and today I'm playing Lonnie, who is a human fighter.
Oh, I accidentally muted myself. Indoor. Who are you? What you playing? You're muted.
Bullocks. Hello, I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and today I shall be playing as Sir Rotger Croakington III, Grung Wizard.
That voice!
Yeah, it's the only time I can do that voice is when it's this fucking early.
I love it.
Come prepared.
Wings, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Allegory today, who is a tiefling shadow sorcerer. We'll get into that later.
Awesome. And as always, hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I am the Hype Goblin. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Delilah, our rogue who, I mean, she's not really a rogue. She's just a bard. She sings. She's just a bard. It's fine. And she also uses she, her pronouns. Jen, drop us in your world, please.
All right, my pals, welcome to the world. You are in a beautiful valley side town called Redwater that sits against the backdrop of high, beautiful spired peak mountains, gently caressed with snow. There's a wide river kind of snaking its way lazily through this valley town that you all live in. I would say you've known each other either through just meeting each other in the tavern, through just everyday life, or just, discovering oddities that you've picked up from each other now and then. But right now we are kind of in the middle of a fall festival, and it's more of a adults only festival as the kids are doing their own things. They are trick-or-treating, they are guising, they are getting candy apples. This is more for a time for adults, and this is where you get the hard ciders, the very nice pies. You get games such as gambling and stuff like that. So each of you, tell me what you would be doing during this festival time, what kind of activities you might partake in, or if you just want to hang out and drink with your friends.
Lonnie is actually on guard duty now. He's patrolling the town, making sure that no one gets up to anything too bad.
Rotger is more than likely hanging out in a damp place. If there's like a pond or body of water nearby, he is just sort of like chilling. It's he is dressed in I would like to point out, this is a grung, he is a frogman. But it is the typical like starry pointy hat, starry wizard robes. Like he looks like Spirit Halloween wizard. But he is around, I would say, if there is like music or a bard nearby, he is like hanging out near a pond, and he is just using dancing lights to like assist with this. In the meanwhile, he has a smaller frog on his shoulder that is his familiar, that he is just like croaking to, like speaking in grung too. But if anyone were to speak grung and over here, it would be him, like teaching him that this is how the Drylanders celebrate. He is clearly an expert on Drylanders, which, you know, something that is not very common amongst his people, but he's here. He's learned their tricks.
Just frogs all the way down.
Delilah is definitely the bard, air quotes, that's playing a very rousing and carousing version of I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing. Oh, the barkeep's back. Some da 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 da.
I think Allegory is looking for his dog. Allegory's been looking for his dog ever since you met him. You're not entirely certain if this dog exists.
Fair enough. Lonnie, as you're patrolling you see some kids who have snuck in and have rushed past you, stealing what you see to be ale or hard cider. These are older kids, teenagers, ready to do whatever they want. They will live for the moment and just go jump off the nearest cliff if that means they can just be rebellious.
Can I make a grapple check to grab one of them by the scruff?
Or
18.
Yeah, 18. They're too occupied with their own things for them to notice. You reach out and grab what seems to be the oldest one, holding 3 tankards of ale, knowing they've been caught.
If you're gonna steal drinks, make sure you're somewhere seen when you drink, so that if you get up to something stupid, someone can stop you. Don't go off cliff jumping again. I don't want to fish any of you guys off the rocks.
They give enthusiastic nods and squirm out of your grasp and go drink behind the hay bale.
Kids.
But Rocker, you are talking to your familiar, and you have a reputation with some of the Murlocs that live in the river, and they come to sit beside you, and they can't understand you, but they nod wisely as if they can understand you.
If they speak to me, I can understand it, and I can respond in kind. Like if they have questions, I can like I know the game. Their language is not overly complex.
One of the more affluent Murlocs ask you like how you do a basic cantrip. They seem to want to learn magic, seem to want to push into the magical world, as they are mostly, water-based beings and don't really have a wide variety of magic, such as fire.
If they are asking about fire, Rotger just like shakes his hand. No. Fire is not the kind of magics that you should be interested in. If you're looking to pick up the basics, you simply need to eat a lot of bugs. And then he says, do you have throat sacks in which to store your components?
They nod and kind of pat their necks.
Perfect. You are on your way to a wonderful world of wizarding. But as it's like coming out, it's just like he's like making all the motions, just assuming everyone speaks primordial.
Yeah. You get the sense that they're either just mimicking your motions, or they either have, or they are just trying to see if that's how they cast magic. You're not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so he will he'll inflate his throat sack, and then like dancing lights will like emerge from it, and then like some dancing lights will appear from out.
Applause from the Murlocs. And as they applaud Delilah, you're switching from "I like big butts and I cannot lie" to this more appropriate song by the vendor who has approved your set list. They watch you for a moment before they wander away again.
Whew, that was a close one. But it was fun.
There's some cheers and calls for a new song, one of your more popular songs.
Is my more popular song on the approved list or the unapproved list? Because
Unapproved,
it's definitely,
I would say.
yeah, it's definitely Somebody Come Get Her. While the tavern owner is out of the room, she just goes into "Somebody Come Get Her. She's dancing like a stripper. Hey, somebody come get her."
There's just a roar of cheers as everybody starts dancing to it. They love the song. Definitely a turnaround from the last place you've been, who've never have heard of you. Although some of the Yanti have kept in touch and are asking for you to come to a birthday party and celebrate. And if you want to play, you're more than welcome to, but they just want you there.
Oh, I would love to go to their birthday party. I'm gonna drag Lonnie along.
There's an invite for Alani too, as they were very gracious for you and your parties. Contributes towards keeping them alive and safe.
After her set, she's gonna go hop off and find Roger and thank him for all of the special effects during her set. It was really nice, especially the ones that blinked really fast. It was fantastic.
Like he's just like, oh, of course, humans, drylanders are so easy to impress with cheap parlor tricks. But of course, no one can understand.
Delilah is just nodding along in affirmation. She has a -2 intelligence. She thinks that you agree with everything that is coming out of her mouth right now.
Yes, in a way he does.
As you're having this conversation, Allegory, you just can't find your dog. You've seen shadows and telltales signs of them kind of darting around corners, but every time you get there, they're not there. And you see a bunch of kids rush by you, and you see one of their parents kind of trying to herd them away from the apple stand, but your dog's nowhere to be seen.
Allegory is gonna walk up to Lonnie. Hey, Lonnie, I know I already asked, but you wouldn't happen to have seen my dog, would you?
Have I?
It's got eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a color, and it's got legs,
Mm-hmm.
and it barks.
Like all dogs do, yeah.
Yep. Yes. So have you seen a dog like that?
I've seen some strays roaming around, but nobody, not like a collared dog.
Okay, well, if you see a dog that you don't recognize, it answers to Plato.
Gotcha.
Just sort of points and heads over to where he was hearing music.
There's just the very faintest, like Lonnie calling out Plato's name as he starts looking for the dog.
Oh no! Plato loves music. So Allegory's gonna go towards where he heard the music.
Going towards the tavern. It's a beautiful two-story tavern that functions as an inn in cases of emergency or to provide spaces for the miners that kind of, work the iron mountains that surround this quaint little valley that you rest in. And as you go in, you do see Roctor and you do see Delilah. They're having a very intense conversation of sorts. Some of the Murlocs are trying to do something. You're not sure, Allegory, but they just keep expanding their throats and they try to. I don't know. It's hard. You think maybe they're burping?
Watches with some interest.
Delilah is trying to participate the best she can. She's just burping.
Is Roger teaching you magic again?
Oh, no, we were having a deep philosophical discussion on what the best loot string is compared to what the best lyre string is, because some of them are made out of animal parts now, and I don't philosophically agree with that, but we wanted to kind of determine which would be better based on the scientific method of ribbit ribbit. She just looks at Rocker. See?
he's like, in his mind, he's like, it's not a philosophical debate, it's an ethical matter. They're very different, but like, it's just like
There's a
it just comes off as ribbits.
there's a stomping of feet as Lonnie enters the room holding like a West Highland Terrier. Allegory, is this your dog?
No, that's not. No, that's not Plato.
Who are you?
Oh, he's so cute. Can we keep him? Can we keep him? Please, 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 please.
Well, we don't know where this little guy came from.
Well, maybe we'll find out. Can I just hold him just for a little bit? I just want to cuddle him just a little bit. I promise.
He's squirmy. Careful.
Okay. Delilah's just gonna take him and cuddle with him.
All right. There's like 3 more dogs.
There's more?
Well, yeah, they're like strays, but I don't. Allegory said that their dog has feet, fur, and bark. So I'm just guessing at this point.
There's an Alaskan Malamute, an Irish Wolfhound, and what you think might be maybe a Shih Tzu, kind of just sitting outside of this tavern.
Allegory examines each one of them, just shakes his head. No, none of these are my dog.
There's a cat, a pit bull, and a golden retriever, and they're going home.
Oh God, my heart.
A wandering stray horse just walks by.
That's not my dog either.
No, that's a really weird dog, though.
That's a really big dog.
Sometimes you don't hear from the horse.
Is it Rotger or Roger?
It is Rotger.
Rotger. Okay.
But the fact that you guys keep calling him Roger is perfect because he's never been able to pronounce his name to you all.
I can imagine it. It's like Rotger.
Roger.
Yeah.
Just shrug, like, close enough. He got tired of being like, no, Rotger. Like, yes, Roger, we're saying the same thing. You wore him down. He's fine.
As you're kind of debating the ethical issues of rawhide string versus synthetic string on lutes and lyres, the menagerie of strange animals that have appeared outside of your tavern. One of the miners stumbles in from their posts. They're not supposed to be down here yet. They're supposed to wait until the first frost to come down from the mountains, and they stumble into the tavern holding their sides, looking around for anybody, and they spot you, Lonnie, and kind of just grab at your shirt. And before he kind of sits down in pain, and he kind of grimaces before looking for something to drink, something warm.
Hey, are you okay?
He shakes his head as he kind of squints up at you. He's a rather short man, with pale skin, and has these kind of squinting eyes. And he kind of says, "Do you have something warm, please?"
Go ahead.
Allegory will pass him a cup of hot black coffee.
Takes it and downs it. He doesn't even bother to blow on it. He just downs it.
What's going on? You guys aren't supposed to come down until the first frost.
He kind of grimaces and leans forward, and he says, something happened. We've discovered a pauses to think, to gather his thoughts. We discovered these ruins buried within the mountain spire. He turns and kind of points to the westward side, and you know this to be a more older area of the mountains. It's one of the areas where a civilization once sat, before they kind of pushed themselves down into the valley to make use of the resources down in this area. Thus, where your town came from, where the valley kind of settled from. And you see the men go on to explain that they were resting for the night and they were waiting for some information from their prospectors, from their information gatherers, to see if it was safe to venture further into these ruins. And as they were waiting, they decided to rest. And when the morning came, they were attacked by something with large frosty wings. And most of his companions, if not all of them, were killed before his eyes. He escaped. And as he escaped, he saw this strange terrace kind of poking up from out of the ruins that he didn't quite see before. And a strange looking machine with kind of a glinting metal on it, with a kind of leveled area around it. But he escaped, and here he is sitting downing coffee at a unnatural pace.
There's a dog cuddle pile happening on the floor in which Delilah is underneath, and her head just pops out from this pile of puppies and just goes, "Oh, metal? It could be worth something. We should go check it out." I named
I
them
was
all.
gonna go. You're gonna have to walk them all.
Okay.
The horse is there too.
Yep.
All right.
You mean the long dog? Yes, he is
The very-
also there.
I think it might be a
best
Great
boy or
Dane.
girl. Anyway, well, I was gonna go check it out for work, but yeah, sure, I could use the backup.
You guys want to go
And
too? Looks at Roger and Allegory.
Rotger, who has a pristine memory thanks to the keen mind feat, has dedicated everything this man has said to, his short-term memory, and is interested in this creature with big claws and wings and such. He has heard of creatures such as this, and usually they are just walking spell components that are yet to know it. He's down.
Rotker's just sitting there, like, considering, and Allegory looks over at him, and Allegory, knowing Primordial, just goes, basically saying, like, we should probably go.
Yes. Creatures like this are typically. Wait. You speak the old tongue.
Do not cite the deep magics, which I was there when they were written.
It seems that you drylanders are not as useless as I once thought.
Oh, I'm not from dry land. I'm from a cave.
Is it damp?
Can be.
Excellent. You will have to take me to this damp cave at some point. I wish to see it. It
Okay,
has
but first I have
markings
to
on the
find my dog.
walls. What does your dog look like? I can speak to animals.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
I can. Has your dog ever seen you?
Has my dog ever seen me?
Yes.
I have felt very perceived
Then
by my
perhaps
dog.
we shall look for a dog that recognizes you rather than you recognizing your dog.
Oh. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. We shall discover it for the new world.
Lonnie's just looking back and forth as they're croaking at each other.
Come along, Benson.
They're sharing fashion advice.
I'm sorry. What's your familiar's name?
Benson.
Benson.
And Benson, like Rotger, has he looks like he just has like a little wizard cape rather than like the full getup, but also a very small pointed star hat.
Oh my god.
He's my apprentice.
It's like the little teeny screaming frog.
Yeah.
Ugh. Good. I'm glad.
He and I are both very cute.
Allegory looks up and says, "Yeah, I think we're both gonna come."
All right, let me just go back to my place and grab my traveling gear.
As you do so, the man sits down holding his wound, and he'll inform you all before you leave. The rooms are only about a day away. They're much closer than the civilization you are aware of is. The runes weren't on any map that they were prospecting before, so this is a new discovery. And he hopes his companions are alive, but he suspects that if none of them are here, they're not. He just looks around for somebody to tend to this wound as he kind of reaches for another coffee.
Oh, do you need some help with that?
Gives you a look over, kind of shying away from you.
No, I can help, I promise.
Roll a perception check.
I get a +0 in this. It's a 2.
Kind of just fishes your hand away and's like, no, it's fine.
Are you sure? I'm very good with medicine.
He nods a little.
Why doesn't anyone ever take me seriously as a medical professional?
I am also realizing that Delilah is our healer.
No, she's
Oh,
not. She's, well, I mean, technically she is. She does have expertise in medicine, though.
We don't have a healer.
Mm-mm.
That's essentially what I was saying.
Hey, I can patch you up with a medicine kit. Don't worry about it.
A few minutes later, Lonnie comes back with 2 packs, one over his shoulder, the other one like it's smaller and Delilah sized.
You can tell it's hers because it's got a seashell on it.
And it sparkles.
There's like a seashell and a starfish with glitter.
I love it. Yes.
All right.
All right. Somebody attends to him, and you hear a hushed conversation between the doctor and this miner who are kind of checking over the wound, and they get it patched up, and he wishes you all luck. And as you depart, he'll give you a map as to where the runes are so you can get there within a reasonable pace.
Delilah will take the map and holding it upside down say, "Ah, yes, I see. We need to go that direction."
Lonnie turns it upside down, right side up.
Oh, never mind. It's that way.
Rotger is always just like more than happy to watch these two interact. Just as a like, yes, they think they know which way is north. I know which way is north.
You have the magic item that tells you so?
No, I have a keen mind. I always know what direction
Oh,
north
you've
is.
got a feet.
Yes, I have two, but yes.
No feet on Twitch.
No feet on Twitch. Can't show that.
And today is
You're
the day
all-
that my channel gets banned.
No variant humans on Twitch.
Sorry, I'm an alien. But as you are all ready to pack up and set out, it will take a day, so make sure you have at least 3 to 4 days worth of rations. And you can set out when you're ready.
I packed 6 bags of cookies.
I packed the rest of the food.
All right. So you head out, and your speed is even keeled. It's not cold yet. It's kind of that mid phase between winter and late fall. So it's a nice temperate day, and your speed will be normal, and you won't have any issues making most of your trip across the wide river towards the mountain spires to the west. And as night starts to fall, is there anything you want to do during your travels?
I think now that Rotger knows that Allegory can speak primordial, he is just like constantly talking about like oh, have you ever noticed how ridiculous it is that that drylanders, as a fellow not drylander, as you have said that you are from a cave, how ridiculous it is that they always insist on walking on 2 legs. Like, it's just like giving humans shit, like giving like anybody who doesn't swim as like their natural body state. Just he's incessant. And then also like, are you familiar with the old magics? I have not seen you swallow a single bug on our adventure. Are you a wizarding type? Are you familiar with the Order of the Lily?
Well, I wasn't hungry, so
Oh, you do not eat bugs when you are hungry. I mean, sure you can, but most of the time, when you consume them, you put them into your throat sac to store for later.
is
I have many bugs that exist inside of my throat sac.
is that where magic comes from?
Yes, it is from your throat. It is from your utterances.
What do you think they're talking about?
Delilah has just been watching this conversation back and forth and nodding. Oh, they're debating whether or not we should continue cooking or if we should go foraging tonight, I believe. I think the argument for foraging is winning.
I mean, I've never been one to turn down a cave cricket, but I've never felt like that's where magic came from.
Yes. It is where most magic comes from. Some magic comes from different places. Some seem to draw it from the very moisture in the air itself, the blessed moisture. Speaking of, when we find a place to rest this evening, I must find a pond or a body of water for at least an hour, or possibly something close to it. I can make it work.
Okay.
I think they're talking about their favorite books now.
Huh. Maybe I should start learning primordial.
It's a very neat language, very nuanced. I'm really enjoying it.
And the entire time it just sounds like frogs just chilling in the back.
We'll find him a pond.
If not, there is a dish tray with a little bit of water that's poured out.
I have to submerge myself in water, thank you. However, I do have minor alchemy, so as long as it's like a thing, like if fill a bucket with something, I can just turn it to water, hop in for an hour, and then just pop out.
Right, Grung have like dry skin.
Mm-hmm. I have dermatological needs.
Did anyone take the decanter of endless water for our froggy friend?
Nah,
No,
he'll be
that would
fine.
have been smart though.
Yeah, and I didn't take any water magic either. Whoopsie.
Well, good thing you live in a valley, and valleys are known for their wide forges and deep rivers and multiple plentiful creeks, as attested to the valley I currently live in, where there's nothing but rivers, creeks, and rivers, and more rivers, and a lot of water here.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
But you can find a small burn, which is a narrow creek, in which your friend Roctor can submerge themselves into.
Yes, he definitely will submerge. Like he just like sits like up to his head, and then will like just sort of like dunk it every little bit, but like will hold his hat up as to not get it wet. It's very important. He understands that the Drylanders attribute a certain level of nobility when it comes to particular hats. The fancier your hat, the more well respected you are.
Lonnie just takes a knee at the side of the creek and pulls out a few mealworms. Your mealworms, Lord Rotka.
Primordial only says this is derogatory, but he takes them anyways. And like he like pops them in and just, I'll store these for later.
I think he liked them.
Better for fish than for me.
I have a pole of angling. Because why not?
I see you fishing.
In a creek now.
Okay. Because Rotger can fish as well, but just in a different manner.
Hmm.
As you're kind of taking the night and setting up camp, uh, you are visited by what seems to be a large salamander, and I mean Japanese large salamander, big chonkers of salamanders that kind of just emerge out of the creek, watch you from the water for a bit, blink their eyes, and slither back in.
Oh, look, it's
I
a little
guess-
water dog. Can we get one of those too?
Maybe when we get back to town, don't take this one away from its home.
Okay.
Water dog. Allegory, is this your dog?
No.
Very cute.
So wiggly.
Put him back in the water.
Swims away happy. But as you're setting up camp, who's taking the first watch as you are in the middle of the forest now?
Well, as a human
Mm.
who doesn't have dark vision,
All right.
I will join you. I also do not have dark vision.
Do I get dark vision?
as an elf, you should.
I can. Cool.
All right. In whatever procedural order you want to, roll me a perception check.
Lonnie got an 18.
That's a 14.
All right. First watch is quiet, other than the occasional giant salamander just kind of peeking up occasionally to see what's going on. You get the sense they don't get many visitors this way. And nobody seems to bother you. Distantly, you do see will-o-wisp, but they don't approach your camp. They seem happy just to stay on the perimeter. A nice night. As the first watch winds down, second watch.
That'll be me. That's a natural 1, and I get a +0.
Okay. Oh,
Oh no.
okay.
Oh?
Okay.
Okay, what?
You're taking watch, Delilah. And you're more distracted by these giant water dogs that keep visiting throughout the night. And you don't pay much mind to what's at your back. Always at your back, isn't it? Things that come creeping out of the dark into the night. And as you're waiting, just watching these salamanders, you hear kind of what sounds like the groaning and creaking of wood as something large places its foot down in the center of your camp. And you look and you see what to be a primordial giant looming over you. And you hear kind of an echoing, elky scream as it kind of looks down at you with glowing green eyes and keeps going. It moves in a slow, laborious manner. But it doesn't bother you. But somehow you're changed by the experience.
Delilah just looks up and waves and tries to imitate the same sound back at it.
A very weird elky scream comes from you, and you and whatever this primordial giant is are connected. There's a blooming grove now in the center of your camp, full of flowers and fresh wildlife, beautiful and simplistic.
I would like to take those flowers and make a flower crown for Lonnie.
Easily enough done. You have a unique understanding of the nature and natural magics of this place.
Everyone wakes up with flower crowns.
The last watch.
It's me. I perceive. I got an 8.
As Delilah sits back down with an 8, you notice the flower crowns. You notice there's a lot more wildlife and ferns and flowers and butterflies in your camp now than there was before. Salamanders are gone, but so they're salamanders.
Things sure do change a lot here. Things didn't change at all in the cave.
It smells like lilacs. Oh.
Your watch goes unhindered, and every now and then you hear the distant scream of an elk, that weird, strange sound they make. But nothing else bothers you. The next morning arrives. Y'all get your long rest.
Good morning, everyone. Did everyone sleep great? I had an excellent night.
What did you do?
I made flower crowns.
Hmm.
I also made friends with a tree.
Yeah, that tracks. Lonnie walks over, kisses her on the forehead, makes coffee for everyone.
Their name was... But I don't think it translates well. Learning Primordial is really helping.
It's like you say this and it just pans over to Rotger's face, who's just like horrified, like you have said like the worst phrase possible to him. He's not gonna say anything back, but just like
You, Lonnie, can make me a perception check.
Oh
As you
boy.
kiss Delilah. Give her a smooch.
That's a 13.
You notice along the lower part of her jaws and up into her cheek area, there's a pattern of ferns kind of just pushing their way gently up into her hairline.
Takes her by the chin and tilts her head to the side. What did you do?
Nothing.
Goes into his bag, pulls out a small hand mirror. Explain.
It's so pretty. When did that happen?
Well, those weren't there yesterday, so
Maybe my tree
Right.
friend gave them to me.
Are her
Hmm.
gills coming in?
Huh?
what?
Never mind.
Whoa.
I don't have gills.
That's something you just don't ask.
Sorry, I thought sometimes people have gills. Never mind.
I'm only half
Rock Gary
aquatic
like
elf.
nods and is like, no, they do. Like, I've seen this before. Maybe her skin is becoming translucent and will absorb water that way. It happens to many folks where I am from.
I'm only half aquatic elf. I don't get gills.
Allegory
can-
nods like he knows what that means. He definitely doesn't know what that means.
Delilah, you can add Druidcraft into your spell list.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. Except I don't have a spell list, so I'm just gonna pull it up on D&D Beyond.
You could probably add it like as a feat. You have to
That's a
make
lot
a
of work.
custom one.
Yeah.
Way to do it.
Just do the magic initiate druid, only pick druid craft and nothing else.
Mhm.
Delilah's gonna sit down next to what's left of the campfire, and as she puts her hands down, she accidentally sprouts some daisies next to her. Oh, look, there's daisies here too. Isn't that nice?
I'm Daisy.
Allegory just tapping his chin. He's just like, so many changes.
Lonnie comes back with a badger. Is this your dog?
He just like doesn't even look like, no. Keeps on looking at the daisies.
Is it an American badger or an English badger?
Don't American
English badger because they got the snoots.
Yeah, English badgers because they look like they'll serve you tea.
The English badgers wreck national heritage sites, but that's another story. As you get ready for the day and you prep for everything, Delilah, you're making beautiful flowers. You can make as many flower crowns as you want now, and they'll stay alive. But you see the tall, spired mountains kind of pressing into your view as you kind of leave this alpine forest and kind of looking up at the rocky face. You see on your map that there's a kind of a goat's trail that will lead you up to where these ruins are. It's a bit hard, and you'll need to make some athletics to make it up there safely.
Lonnie just puts Rotger on his shoulder.
I'm here for it.
Rolled an 11.
Okay.
I got a 26.
Okay.
Doing
Athletics.
athletics checks? Okay.
Yes. Because it's the laborious climb upwards.
4.
If I am on Lonnie's shoulder, do I have to make an athletics check?
No, because you're getting a ride up, and Lonnie's being very
Ooh.
kind to you.
Yes, he is. I am small.
You fall behind Allegory and you slip on some rocks, cutting your palm open on some of the sharper elements of this mountainous climb. You take about 1 point of damage and your hand's bleeding. So, rock terrain.
Dark Icarus blood. He looks at it, kind of confused, like, that's not supposed to be on the outside.
Oh, are you okay? Do you want some help?
Yeah, I'm leaking.
Here, let me see. And I would like to dress Allegory's wound.
Okay.
Oops.
That's a 23 for my medicine check.
Hell yeah.
It's as if you went to the clerics themselves and this beautiful patched up hand that you now support.
There you go.
Thank you.
Patching
Just like
people up.
showing it off to Lonnie and Rocker.
Patching people up is one of the things that I'm good at.
Rotger just nods, like, yes, of course. All Drylanders leak occasionally when they are injured. This makes sense to me. He's not accustomed to seeing like a dark Icarus liquid come out of folk, but like, he will not tell Benson about that new discovery. Of course, he's seen this before.
Although I will say normally it's after I've hit them myself and Delilah pulls out her new sword.
But,
What?
eh.
Hector gave it to me.
Everyone be careful.
Yes, be very careful.
Oh.
Yes, be careful, Benson.
Vincent gives a very serious nod. Of course, he'll be careful.
Writes it down in like a little notebook, like, be careful.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
But as you push into the mountains, it does get a bit colder. The mountains are kept cold year round, regardless of the season. And you feel the bite of winter creeping in as the season pushes its icy grasp into the valley, slowly but surely. And as you kind of reach a certain point, you have to stop because oxygen is becoming a bit thin around here. It's a credit to the miners who have to work in these conditions, who have to make sure not only are they safe, but they have enough oxygen, enough supply, and enough warm weather gear to keep them cozy throughout the year, as it just seems to be a perpetual icy grasp on these peaks. But following the map, you eventually see what looks to be almost a jagged scar-like opening with a brass door kind of pushed in on the other side of it. And as you glance around, there you do see signs of camp that were here and signs of feet that you don't recognize. They're unshoed and uncovered.
Huh. Can I take a look around for the creature that the miner mentioned?
Sure.
Would I be able to roll a survival check to possibly identify these feats?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Am I also rolling survival for looking around, or perception?
Perception for you, Lonnie.
18 on the foot check.
8 on the creature check.
Okay. Foot check. You recognize these to be that either of a ice mephit or some kind of imp foot. They're kind of a weird triangular foot with claws at the end of it. And you, Lonnie, with an 8, you notice more boot tracks rather than strange animal or other tracks. You do see the occasional hair track and the unfortunate imprints of wings in the snow at one point, but such is life.
2 halflings lay here. Their bonds were cut. They made their way into the forest. What madness drove them there?
You really like that book, don't you?
It's okay.
Is it just that line then?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, put this on. It looks like your ears are getting cold. Delilah's gonna plunk a helmet on Lonnie's head that obscures his face and makes his eyes glow red. There.
Dreadhelm?
Hell yeah. Putting those magic items to use.
By the by, Lonnie will hand Delilah 2 health potions.
Oh. Strawberry, my favorite.
Yeah, strawberry.
It's not strawberry. It's that cherry medicine one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Gross.
cherry Robitussin flavor.
Gross.
It's not so bad when you pour it inside some cider, but anyway.
Don't do that.
Take
Nope.
it some Sursip. Pop for
So,
syrup and 7-Up. RJ used to party back in the day.
anyways, back to the camp.
Yeah.
So what was here? It had feet.
The
Right.
miners, for one.
And like Rutger will like tap Allegory with his moist hand and just say it was ice Mephits. Several other creatures were here as well, seem to be chasing the miners, but for the most part it seems like the winged clawed creatures that we are dealing with just walk or at least hobble at some point, which I can appreciate a good hobble. Can you relay that to them? You will act as my translator.
Well, if this is where the miners were attacked, then where are they now?
I assume they were eaten or dragged into the cave. Or they just went into the forest and just haven't really made their way back yet. Drylanders are awful odd. Perhaps they received a call to adventure or some such nonsense.
Delilah leans over to Lonnie and says, Rutger thinks it was polar bears.
This far south?
If they received a call to adventure that they didn't want, they should refuse that call.
Yes, and then refuse it again and again and again. Never accepted.
Penguins might
That's
be
what I
involved too.
did.
Rutger says it was ice Mephits.
That's a far cry from polar bear.
Like Rocker, just like, I never said it was polar bears.
I know, Rutger. I don't think Allegory's translation is very accurate either. It's okay.
Like, just looks very confused at this.
I spent a long time in the cave. Sorry, sometimes things are, I don't know, strange and confusing to me. Like I've only seen the shadow of them.
Huh. Do you ever make shadow puppets?
Yeah. And he like just waves a hand and like there's literally like a shadow of like two armies clashing like comes up on the wall.
That's so cool. I only know how to make ducks.
Well, dogs are the other way.
Dogs? I know how to make dogs too now.
Play-Doh? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that puppet.
They're birds.
Of course, I knew this. I knew such this thing.
Dying. So
yeah.
should we try to find these miners?
Oh,
We
totally.
must.
Mm-hmm.
God bless.
Is there any like blood on the ground?
Strangely, no.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, Allegory, the miner that came in wasn't bleeding.
Hmm. Allegory finds nothing strange about this.
All right, so I guess we'll check out the cave. That's where most of the footprints are leading up to.
Sounds good. Does anyone need a torch? I have extras.
Holds up a bullseye lantern.
Waves his hand, croaks, and then just as 3 dancing light bulbs pop out.
That's so cool.
Not the word I'd use, but you know what? It works.
Oh, who's checking the door?
I'll do it.
All right. Roll me investigation.
Here's those wisdom scores coming into play.
Investigation is actually intelligence, which, funny enough, Delilah is very dumb. She has a -2. So that makes my 17 a 15.
The door is not locked and does not appear to be trapped.
Oh. Looks like we can go right in. Shoves it open.
The door shove open with a resounding bang on the either side as you realize it's a push, not a pull.
Oops.
With the resounding bang, there is just a small standalone croak in the back as mage armor is cast.
That map.
Good point. Both mages put up their mage armor just immediately.
That looks like we are about to encounter some problems. Just
I see you two have traveled with Delilah before.
I am an amphibious creature. I need mage armor for a lot of things.
Once traveled with a wizard who every morning would wake up just like mage armor.
I mean, it's fair. But as you kind of peer into this space, it is a kind of a dull gray stone carved into this terrace that almost would open up to the sky if there wasn't a cave-in above it. But everything seems relatively intact. Everything seems safe and sound. And you do see the shoveling of snow kind of push into this space, probably from the workers that had come in here initially, probably the prospectors investigating for safety, for making sure the ground and walls were stable. But other than that, you don't see much at this moment, as there's high, beautiful, decorative walls kind of creating this terrace like space. And though you can't see much, you do hear voices off in the distance.
Can I make out what those voices are saying?
Yeah, what do the voices sound like?
The voices are high pitched and kind of almost a whiny growl. And you, with your comprehend language ability,
Yes.
understand that this is a version either of primordial or infernal. They kind of blend in together. And you hear that there is a barking voice kind of demanding that the machine must get up and ready. We have to call it forward. We're doing this for our greater purpose.
That doesn't sound very good. It seems as though the creatures here are attempting to activate a machine, some grand purpose.
I translate.
Should I sneak ahead and go check it out?
We all should. Otherwise, I'm sure they'll be amenable and conversational. They speak a little bit of primordial, a dash of infernal, possibly mixed together. It's a very robust dialect.
I understand some of the infernal.
I know both those languages. How did this happen?
Perhaps they've seen your dog.
Are you my dad?
Allegory visibly brightens.
Oh, baby. Be careful, Lonnie says to Delilah.
I'm always careful, silly. I am.
Even more careful then.
Okay, fine. Oh, by the way, if we do get in a fight, here, I got you one of these. It's a grenade. It's a Grenomengard grenade. Delilah has one as well. It's a matching set. She doodled Delilah and Lonnie's initials on it.
Why?
There's something beautiful in its impermanence.
Uh-huh, see? Allegory gets it.
Be careful.
Okay, love you, bye.
I'm gonna act
She's
like
gonna go stick-
Allegory didn't know what a grenade was, but he's known Delilah long enough to find out.
Love you too. She's gonna give me an ulcer, I swear.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check, Delilah.
17.
17. Okay. 17. Okay. You are able to sneak into this terrace, and you are able to get on the map I sent you into the Discords, are able to get up to section F. You see the giant F near the staircases.
I don't have Discord open. One moment.
I'll share my screen with you if you wish.
No, thank you. All right. Okay. Delilah's just going to hold there and wait for the others.
All right. As you are sitting there, Delilah, you see what looks to be an overly large ice mephit. They are not of the smaller stature.
Oh.
They seem to have large wings and claws that are very nasty to look at. They're not very nice. And you see the smaller ice methods around it. And as you glance up, you also see this beautiful kind of brass machine with a beautiful kind of archway standing almost at a distance from it. And you see the ice methods are currently putting and pulling in crystals. And you see one kind of dart by you and put one over in a far corner. And the larger of these ice methods kind of just growls and snarls, and you see them turn their head, and you see what looks like to be the other workers, the other miners that had been taken. But there's something strange about their bodies. They are starting to either crystallize or starting to turn blue. And you know people to be blue, but this is not a natural skin tone blue. This is more of the way the water turns blue as it kind of has ice blooming over it.
They're turning into White Walkers, aren't they? All right. Delilah is going to sneak back to the party and report that information.
Well, we have to go save them.
Right. We should build a large bonfire for them. Maybe that'll help.
Let's take care of the ice methods first.
Okay. Pulls out her Hellfire short sword and her regular short sword.
I'm sorry.
That was a phrase.
My little murder hobo is gonna send people to the river Styx. Got it.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
All right. Make me stealth checks.
That is a 7. I tell Benson to stay behind. If anything goes wrong, go back to King Croak and tell him what you saw.
Delilah rolled a 26.
Okay.
A 9, which isn't bad for plate mail.
24.
Mm,
Shadows.
okay. 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 I had to do a lot of math in my head real quick.
Lonnie hears a whisper in his ear that sounds like it's coming from right next to him. And it says, "You're very loud." He's not there.
As you kind of make your way in, there is a kind of frosty stone terrace that rises up to your left, and you kind of get caught on it, Proctor. And you kind of kick some stones, causing this cascading sound effect of stone tripping over stone. And
As
there's
you
a
do.
pause. Yes. There's a pause from the ice Mephits as they fall silent, listening, unsure of what they were hearing, but then they kind of scatter. And from behind you, you hear, "What is this, travelers?" As you see you, Proctor. Its claws threatening to touch you.
Back, I say. Hold, please. We are not travelers. We are researchers, heroes, if you will. We have come and heard that you are building a device, a machine. I would like to see it.
Roll persuasion check.
That's a 16.
Mhm. You see the ice method retract their hands and
As-
look you over.
As you can see, I am of the wizarding variety. Perhaps we could be of assistance.
Smile crosses their face and says, "Yeah, assistant. Come with me," as they kind of gesture for all of you.
I
to-
have found us an escort.
Delilah's
The
just
rock-
standing here with 2 swords out in her hands.
The
Can I-
ice method will pull you along up to the terrace.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
I got a 10.
Wily as ice methods are, you suspect there's probably no good that's going to come out of this result. And that's that kind of filters into your mind space. We'll go there for break.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right, everybody. Sounds like we're coming into quite the encounter, so don't go anywhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to bit.ly/adventure merch and buy some Vintor Adventures adventure merch.
Oh God, I haven't used that URL in so long. I
Oh,
don't
really?
even know where that goes. Yeah.
Fuck!
Red Bull.
Well, that
Go
bit
to
screwed up.
indooradventure.redbubble.com. That's where you can find indoor adventure merch. Last I checked.
All right, everybody, we're going to go to break. You all have a wonderful break time. Go get yourself some water. We will be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are excited that you have stuck with us through that little break. Thanks for the dabs, Indoor.
Pachow.
There's a clippable moment, chat. I had something to say, and that my brain train just.
I'm tired.
Good morning. I'll remember what it is by the end of the show. Jen, what are we doing?
You are currently following this ice method up a myriad of staircases that provide access to an elevated platform. You can see other regions of the terrace that are locked behind what looks to be massive walls of ice, creating this almost crystalline, beautiful view around you. You see crystals mounted in stone receptacles, and they kind of pulse with this kind of cool air that almost kind of comes and goes in waves. And as you're going up a series of stairs, you are greeted with this large bronze machine that kind of sits at the uppermost platform. And you see this ice method turns towards you, its long, wicked face kind of regarding you before giving you a warm smile.
Oh, yes. So where is your machine that we've heard so much about?
Tilts his head towards this brass receptacle and kind of waits a beat before looking at all of you, looking past you, then looking down back at you.
May I take a look?
Roll persuasion check.
Alrighty. As I say this, my eyes just start like, whoa, 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 whoa. I need him to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Hypnotoad.
A wisdom save, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Oh
19.
wait. Well, that's a success, and charm person is only a humanoid, which I don't believe that Mephits are anyways. So this
No.
dude definitely knows that I tried to charm him.
Oh boy. So as it
Whoops.
figures out that you tried to charm it from behind you, Lonnie, does a okay, 11 hit you.
No, thankfully.
All right. As you kind of are able to sidestep a series of claws, you see a third ice Mephit come up, and I will need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw as a frost breath bursts out from the
Rocker,
third
what you
ice
say? Rocker, what you say?
Delilah rolled a 7.
Mephit. Okay.
Natural 20. Not that it matters
Nice.
because it's AoE damage, but
I got a
12.
5.
Okay.
We're in trouble.
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
look, if this game ends with all of us dying, I can go back to sleep.
If this game ends with all of us dying, I can buy one of the 3 wigs that's currently in my Amazon shopping
Exactly!
cart.
It's a win-win! And win-win lose because, you know, like, we die, but wigs.
What is the implication that you Delilah just doesn't exist anymore?
Yep.
No more Delilah wig.
Mm-mm.
She's dead now.
Every
Mm-mm.
time Sarah's character dies, she burns a wig.
Oh god. That sounds very bad for the environment.
What did you roll, Lottie?
12.
Okay. I think only Delilah and no. Anyone who rolled above a 10, you succeed. Anybody who rolled below a 10 fails.
Cool.
Those who rolled above the 10 only take 3 points of ice damage, cold damage, frost damage, whatever, and the rest of you take a full 6 points of ice, cold, frost damage.
That chilly damage.
That
Owie.
chilly damage.
Are there 2 ice Mephits right now?
3.
There are currently 3. The big one and 2 smaller ones.
Okay. 1 big one and 2 littles.
Yes.
Given my family's background, Jen, do I know that Mephits explode when you kill them?
I would say yes.
Right. If you're going to engage these things in melee, do it separately.
Huh?
Roll initiative as the ice methods have taken their surprise round on you.
They explode. Love.
Oh, okay.
11.
I also rolled an 11.
First. I got a 4.
15.
Okay, let me see what these ice pals do. What these ice pals do. Okay. First one is 5. All right. Delilah, what is your dex score?
+3.
+3. Proctor, what's your dex score?
My dex score is a 1.
Okay, you'll go before Delilah. You'll go before Proctor then. So. Oh, Lonnie, what's your dex score?
+2.
Okay, Lonnie goes first. Mephit goes after. Maya, Proctor, Mephit. Then got everybody. Oh, let's do. Yeah, he'll go on that turn. Make things easier. Cool. So, first up in the order, the large ice Mephit kind of backs away from all of you and lets the other two deal with you. And you see him starting to power up whatever this machine is. And you can roll a Arcana check real quick there, Rutger, as this would fall within your purview, as this ice Mephit seems to be starting everything up.
24.
You know this to be a planeswalker gate. It opens dimensions to other planes, and you're not really sure what plane this one's opening up to, but it doesn't look good as kind of blue-green energy starts to fill this archway you saw earlier. But that is his turn, and the gate flares to life as it opens. And you can see on the other side a hellish landscape. Lonnie.
My folks' summer home? Whatever. He's gonna pull out 2 long swords and start fighting.
All right.
So there's an ice method behind me.
Yes.
And where's the other one?
The other one would be on the other side, kind of creating this cone to have encompassed all your companions.
Is anyone by that one?
I would say probably Allegory got the worst of it, as they are the closest to it.
Okay. 2 longsword swipes coming out.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
13? Yes, the 13 does hit.
For 9 points of slashing damage. Here comes the bonus action. Or no, here comes the second attack, because I'm a fighter. 15 to hit for 7.
Yes.
Bonus action, longsword swipe offhand for a 16 to hit and 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah. All right. As you hit it for the last time, a 5-foot explosion of jagged ice erupts from it. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, bollocks. 8.
So you'll take 7 points of slashing damage as this ice method explodes in death burst. Ice raining down upon you.
That is what I meant.
All right, takes out that ice method. Delilah.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. How far in are we compared to the machine?
You are the terrace below, so you are 1 staircase below. The ice method, I would say, wouldn't have let you all the way up, but has shown you in, has, wants to show off its machine to you before it tries to kill you. But you're 1 staircase below it.
All right, I would like to pull out my gnome guard grenade and try and huck it up next to the machine.
Okay.
So I guess let's see. This action creature can, once armed, the grenade explodes in a matter of seconds. As an action, the wielder can hurl the grenade up to 120 feet. At the end of the turn, the grenade explodes, and all creatures within 60 feet of the grenade, when it explodes, suffer the following effects. Okay. Are there any creatures up there next to the machine?
Yes, the very large ice method who has just turned the gate on.
All right. So she will throw it up there. Do you want me to make a roll to throw it? It doesn't have a roll specified for throwing it.
I would just say a dexterity throw, just don't roll a 1.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So I will need a DC 15 dex saving throw.
Okay. It rolled a nat 20 for a 21. The machine will automatically fail. It's a machine. It cannot make dex saves.
Okay. On a failed save, it will take 28. On a success, it'll take half. I will also need a con save from everything within the radius.
19 from the ice method. The machine can't make one. It's a machine.
Okay, so same, but it'll be thunder damage this time. So full is 28 if it saves half of that.
Okay,
And
good,
now,
good.
finally, this is the silliest magic item. I love it. I get to roll on the chart for the Wand of Wonder 3 times.
Okay. Nice muffin. Beef to it.
Don't let me play D&D, I'll just make it weirder. 84. Okay, so the first effect. I'm now invisible. Cool.
Let's see. Specifies the target's effect. All creatures in range of the grenade when it explodes. Any effect that would affect the wielder of the wand instead affects the closest creature to the grenade. So the ice Mephit is invisible.
Awesome.
Solid. Well, let's see what the others are. Maybe the ice Mephit will turn into grass.
91. That is a burst of colorful shimmering light extends from the, I'm assuming by you, it means the grenade, in a 30-foot radius. Each creature in that area that can see must succeed on a DC 15 con save or become blinded for 1 minute.
He's blind and invisible.
Can I get the con save?
Yeah, he's blinded
Okay.
and invisible.
24. You cast detect thoughts on the target you choose, which I'm assuming is going to be this ice method. If you didn't target a creature, you instead take 1d6 psychic damage.
See me, I can't see you.
I can't see you, but I would like that wisdom save.
Well, the ice Mephit is the one that would be doing
Yeah.
the detect, right? And
Is
because
it?
it's based on a creature that they can see,
Yeah,
they're
that's
blinded.
right.
See.
Yeah.
they auto take the damage.
So that'd be 1d6 psychic for 3.
Yeah, he's not having a good time. He's blind. He's been psychically damaged. He's invisible. He doesn't know he's invisible. He's just having a time.
Delilah's just cackling there, having a grand old time.
Rockter, as Delilah sets off this series of rainbow-like bomb. It's your turn.
Rotger is flabbergasted by the events that he has just watched transpire. But Delilah has a good idea on that one. So his throat sac fills up and it begins to like glow with this reddish orange energy. And as he croaks, a large heated ball, a fireball, if you will, is going to just shoot out in the direction of the machine. And last known location, last known locale of this Mephit. So they need to make the ice Mephit would need to make a dexterity save, which would be a disadvantage because they're blind.
7.
Cool. He's going to take 35 points of fire damage.
Okay, 35 points of fire damage, and you you watch as the kind of outline of this ice Mephit kind of lights up for a moment, and you just hear a screech of pain. He's still up, but he's not very happy about it. And the machine will take that much damage because it can't make a save, so.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I'm just gonna like hippity hop my way closer to the back of the group. I don't want to be involved in any of this.
Fair enough. As you kind of retreat, you see the gate shimmer from this hellish red landscape to what looks to be an icy spire winterscape. Beautiful in its own right.
That one looks much more appealing to Rotger as a cold, wet place.
The other ice Mephit that's still up, the one that's kind of hanging around Allegory, just kind of watching all this chaos, looks to you, Allegory. He's like, Hey, I'm out. Holds up their hands and starts backing away.
Oh. Okay. Just like Allegory, like trying to get his shit together so he can cast a spell. And he's like, "Oh, I guess I won't." Legit spent that whole first round like googling stuff. Like, okay, can I do this?
I mean, you can still attack it. It's retreating. It doesn't want to fight you anymore.
What's this machine?
The machine looks to be a large, round, bulbous brass machine that seems to be flicking through various locations. But you're, no, I would say roll an Arcana check. You are a magic person.
I'm a magic man. I'm gonna touch this hot fire. 10?
You're not sure. You've heard stories of it, but the name's kind of escaping you. You're more concerned about where your dog is at the moment.
I don't think I've rolled over a 10 since this game started. I need to find my goddamn dog.
But yeah,
I'll
besides
ask
Mephit
the
will leave.
Mephit. No,
Uh-huh.
no, don't leave. Come back. What's this machine?
He'll
Allegory
pause as
says.
it looks towards you. It's a planeswalker machine as it takes a step back.
But why? What's it for?
Looks to the machine as you see a icy claw pull its way through the machine, and you see the very telltale snout of an ice dragon poking
Oh,
its head in.
I really shouldn't have used the Socratic method for this.
Like that, and he just darts out of there, leaving you to deal with this now ice dragon that has pulled its way through flames. At the top of the turn, the blinded. Oh, do you have any more to do, Allegory? Yes, it is your turn.
Can I shoot it?
Want to shoot the dragon?
I sure would like to. I'm not gonna do that actually. I'm gonna make like an octopus and drop darkness on myself. I'm gonna use my sorcery points to do so, so I can see through it. But like
Okay.
Allegory looks up, sees a dragon, and then just boom, like darkness fills his space at a 20-foot radius.
Okay. The ice Mephit is long gone, and the other one's blinded and invisible, so it doesn't know what's going on. So it will spend most of its turn just running into things. And as you finish up your turn, Allegory, the dragon pulls itself through the gate. And you all see a young white dragon kind of looking around very curiously. It looks at the gate, looks at the machine, looks at you, confused, and kind of just sits down, folds its great wings across its back, and yawns before it kind of lowers its head towards all of you. And you can hear a rumbly growl at it.
It's a flying
Allegory.
puppy.
Allegory, is this your dog?
There's a whisper next to your ear. No.
Ah,
Can we keep it?
you've got to feed it.
Okay.
Make sure it gets all of its enrichment.
The townsfolk are gonna love this.
The dragon yawns, and you see sharp teeth and the icy breath that kind of spills from its mouth before it kind of blinks a few times and eyes you with one of its bright blue eyes and says, Is this the dragon convention?
No, Dragon Con is on the third circle of hell.
Nods a little.
Like Dragon Con definitely exists, right?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta, the third circle of hell.
As someone who's had to stay over at Atlanta, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's actually happening this weekend. Happy Dragon Con, everybody.
Oh,
Stay safe
wow.
out there.
Just make sure you go prepared with your own snacks and your own water bottles because someone does usually cast blight there. People come back with nasty things from Dragon Con.
Plague.
Also, the food there is hell expensive.
Yes. But Lonnie, it's your turn as this ice dragon kind of is gathering its bearings. You're not sure if it's going to attack you or if it's just waking up and hasn't actually collected its senses yet.
Friend? Question mark?
Looks towards you. Blinks.
I'm gonna hold my action. If it takes any offensive movements against us, I'm attacking.
Okay.
But that is my turn.
All right. Delilah.
Delilah's gonna walk up to it and craft a daisy. This is for you. It kind of matches.
Very gingerly takes it between the claws and kind of holds it up to its chest, and you see it lick it and stick it to its neck and it freezes over like a weird flower tattoo.
That's so cool.
Nods a bit.
Can we bring them home with us?
Don't see why not.
Proctor.
Rutger's eyes get large, but then he's sort of like, no one's noticing him being like very just like, oh, what the fuck? So he like plays it off super cool. And his voice cracks a little bit. Just um excuse me, large reptile. You say that you are here for a dragon convention. We were under the assumption that there were creatures here sacrificing minors for nefarious deeds. Are you possibly involved in said nefarious deeds? But it's just
The dragon's trying to understand, but it can't. It doesn't
Okay, if the
speak
dragon doesn't
primordial.
understand, I'm going to use message to translate. So the dragon hears a whisper in its ear, translating what the frog is saying as he says it.
Nods and listens a bit and says, not me. I don't do the destruction thing unless I've had my coffee, and I haven't had my coffee today yet.
and then like now knowing that the dragon can't speak primordial, just we should never give this creature coffee. It will destroy us all, surely.
As that comes to an allegory, it's your turn. As this dragon kind of stretches out, looks over to the frozen miners, and starts making its way towards it.
Allegory's going to whisper to Lonnie, message wise. That's a dragon, right?
No, it's a really large dog.
Oh, okay. Is that bad?
I don't know. It depends. Is it your dog?
It's not my dog.
It might be a little bad then.
It looks like it's gonna eat those guys.
Oh, yep.
Is the dragon gonna eat those guys?
Roll a history check, allegory.
5.
Possible. You're not quite sure what white dragons eat.
I'm from a cave yet, man. I don't know.
But as your turn ends, you see the gate kind of flicker, kind of a bright light swelling within it, and you see a blast of cold kind of push its way towards all of you, the white dragon is unbothered by all of this, but as the winds kind of fiercely twist and groan and push in this icy blast, need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw as a blizzard has poured through the plane of ice.
That stacks. Oops. Got a 25.
17.
Oh my god. I got a 6.
That's a 12, yo.
Okay. Everybody but Allegory will only take 5 points of cold damage. Allegory, you take 10.
I have yet to roll over a 10. This is amazing.
The snow pushes in and starts covering the terrace, making the area around you difficult terrain. You, Rockter, since you're a small creature, will need to make me an athletics saving throw.
That's an 18, which is great considering I have a +0 to athletics.
All right. You're not pushed, but you feel the very brute strength of this blizzard kind of trying to force you away from this gate. The rest of you, including Rockter, make me a dexterity acrobatics throw to avoid falling on the ice that is forming.
Dirty 20.
Brown.
6.
Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 16.
All right. Lonnie and Rockter, you'll take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of slip and fall onto your backs, and the rest of you are able to stay upright. The white dragon kind of looks back at all of you and kind of quirks an eyebrow as if to say, aren't you equipped to deal with this? As they're reaching for one of the icy miners.
If possible, I don't know if we're still in initiative order or not. Could I possibly dispel magic on the magical effect that is causing this portal to be open?
You could, if you can get all 3 of these effects.
All 3 of these effects?
Mm-hmm. As you're looking at it, Rockter, you realize these crystals, there's 3 points within the room. Probably
Okay.
charging this gate.
Do they have like handy switches, large red buttons, doohickeys nearby?
The
Or do
machine
they
that
just...
you've continuously damaged seems to be the device controlling it.
Oh, all right, dope. Yeah. Well, he's gonna how far away would you say this thing is?
Maybe 20 feet.
Oh, baller. I have a standing leap of 15. Or no, because I'm a grung, it's 25. So just boop, like
Back against this thing.
hibbity hop to it. And then I have a staff and I'm just gonna start like smashing.
Yeah. Roll strength to start smashing this machine.
13.
All right. The first hit goes through, but as it does, you feel a rake of claws across your back as the ice Mephit recovers from the magical effect. This one didn't run away. It's the larger one, and it's very angry.
What a butt.
And you'll take... Hello, ice Mephit. What do they take? Oh. Make sure that a 16 hits you or not.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You'll take 2 points of slashy damage and 4 points of cold damage as this ice Mephit arrives, and you see a very angry large ice Mephit. We'll continue in the same order that we were in as the battle resumes with this ice Mephit. The dragon If unconvinced, will join. Whose side is up to you.
Well, it's been real, chaps.
That was the dragons. Lonnie.
Lonnie pulls out his grenade. Did the dragons speak common or draconic?
Both. They're white dragons, so they can speak either or.
It was talking to Delilah, so I would assume common.
Are you gonna be a problem?
Look to you. Are you gonna make me a problem?
Tink. Maybe. Throws it towards the grenade towards the ice Mephit.
All right. Yeah.
Wonder. Okay. So it needs to make a bunch of saves.
Uh-huh.
First is a dex save.
Uh-huh. This is a magical effect, so roll a 10.
Okay. 8. Jesus Christ. They will take the brunt of 35 fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next up is a con save.
Okay.
Lonnie, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
You're doing this in the area where the machine and the Mephits and everything are, right?
I could angle it.
No. It's fine. Just throw where you want to throw. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
35 points of
Oh.
fire damage, you said?
Yeah, you got to make a dex save or take half.
All right, cool.
Steven, are you trying to die again?
Rodger was on the machine, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the dragon saves both of those checks. The ice Mephits fails both of those checks.
Okay.
So it's 35 fire and then anything else?
25 thunder if you don't make a con save.
Cool.
He's down, isn't he?
No, he's dead. He's gone, man.
What the fuck?
I knew it!
Oh, what a great time.
There was a frog there.
How many times have I killed you, Steven?
This is the first time.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm loving this.
Now it's
Ugh.
time to
All my
roll
friends
D100.
once.
91.
I'm gonna put Lonnie and Delilah through such trauma. I'm going
Can I
next,
get-
guys. Let's see if we can pull it off. 2 for 2.
Can we get a con save from the dragon and the Mephit?
Yep. Dragon saves with a 21. The Mephit saves with an 8.
The Mephit's blinded again. Oh boy, here's the second D100. It's a 100.
Uh-huh.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Uh-huh. Okay. Ice Mephit rolls a nat 20.
Okay.
The dragon will roll a 8.
The dragon's instantly petrified.
Holy
No.
what?
If you targeted a
Okay.
creature, it must make a DC 15 con saving throw. If you didn't, you become a target, but the grenade targets a creature. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target is instantly petrified.
Where are these grenades coming from?
Delilah.
What the fuck?
Hey, I got magic items, okay?
Last
I picked the fun
D100.
ones.
Uh-huh.
29, which is, I think I know what this is.
Uh-huh.
The ice Mephit is now in a stinking cloud.
It's blind, it's stinky, it's not happy. The dragon's petrified, and the gate changes the landscape again. Back to the horrible red space.
Well, I think I did good, right, Rodger? Rodger?
Maybe he found my
Cuts
dog.
over to Benson, who just sadly shakes his head, makes a little note in his hippity hoppy notebook, and then just plap, 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 like just leaves.
But yeah. Yeah. Lonnie, you finish your round, and Delilah, you're up.
Delilah's gonna run to Rotger.
What body? There is his magic hat that has like metal lining on the inside for his helm of comprehend languages. That's all that's left of this guy.
She's going to sadly pick up the hat. And then she is going to turn on what was up there, the ice method.
Yeah, he's in a stinking cloud, blinded.
Can I reach him without getting in the cloud myself?
No. Unless you have ranged magic spells or ranged weapons.
I don't. How big is the cloud?
Like 15, 20 feet or something like that.
20.
She's just gonna throw her Hellfire sword at him.
Okay, make a ranged attack.
It's a 13.
Yeah, that hits.
How's your
Cool.
days going? I've got pancakes.
They will take 4 piercing.
Four. Okay.
Sneak
4
attack.
piercing.
Sneak attack was
Mhm.
12.
All right.
That can't be right. Hang on. What was it rolling? No, yeah, that's right. Okay.
All right. You watch Delilah as the ice Mephit falls to the ground, dead, and explodes for an additional 4 points of icy damage.
Say hi to the river Styx, jerk.
But
Delilah's just holding the hat to her.
Allegory, as you're just kind of hiding out in this dark space, you have no idea what the fuck is going on unless you can see through magical darkness.
I can see through magical darkness that I make
And
with
you
my
know-
sorcery points.
Yeah. You can see everything going tits up, especially when a new dragon appears, this time a red one, pulling
Oh.
itself through the gate.
Oh no, it's Dragon Convention. Is the ice dragon eating the miners?
The ice dragon's a petrified statue.
Oh, okay. How's the fire dragon?
The fire dragon hasn't come in all the way. It's just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this gate here?
Well, I saw Rotger try to take out those crystals, right?
Mm-hmm. On the machine.
I'd like to attack the crystals on the machine.
All right.
Since the crystals can't see me, can I do it with advantage?
Sure. Why not? It's a one shot.
Cool, I've got elven accuracy. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna attack these crystals. I'm guessing a 22 hits.
Yes.
Okay. Well then. Oh! Oh, lucky me! Oh, I was saving all my luck for this. Okay, so it's a chaos bolt.
Okay.
And I rolled 2 7s.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 22 damage to the first crystal, and it bounces to another one.
All right.
Boop. How come you ain't rolling? Go. Oh, I see what's happening. It's asking me questions when I hit the button. I'm like, just roll, you silly. Sure. Buscues. confusing me. Okay. 26 hits, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Okay. I've got empowered spell, so I'm gonna re-roll one of these.
Okay.
All of this riveting crunch. Okay, that's gonna be. Bleh. I have to do math on the fly now. I see what you're talking about, RJ, with the chaos bolt being too cumbersome. 21 damage for that second one, and it doesn't bounce again.
Okay. The first crystal shatters, the other one is heavily damaged. You see the gate start to shake, but it does not close.
I'm
But at the
gonna
top,
shout
yeah.
from inside the darkness at the dragon, like, you're gonna want to get in or out. Just you don't want to be in there when this thing closes.
As you say that, at the top of the round, the young red dragon pulls itself through the gate and sits on the other side looking at you. And you can get the sense it's less likely to indulge in a bit of conversation as it opens its mouth. I need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I got an 8. Oh wait.
I got a
Dirt-
10.
Dirty 20.
I got a
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Is Jen just gonna kill all of us one by one today?
Possible.
I'm into it. Let's do it.
Thank you. Okay. So, for those who failed, we'll take 16 points of fire damage. It rolled pretty low.
Exactly enough to down me. The darkness fades. Allegory falls to the ground.
The rest of you will take 8 fire damage. As this great fire dragon kind of spreads its wings and says, "This is mine," as it passes by all of you and heads out of the ruins and towards your valley.
Oh, wait, shit, hold on. I've got Strength of the Grave, which means I can make a
Yes.
Charisma saving throw, which DC is 5 plus the damage taken. I took 16 damage, so I need to make a 21. Does that math work out?
Yes.
All right, let's see how it works. Nope, never mind. Disregard. Did not make it. Goodbye.
All right. But this great red dragon passes by you, Lonnie and Delilah, and heads towards your valley that you've called home, where the festivals are taking place. A new terror unleashed upon your lands. Your friend Allegory is down. Your friend Roctor, nowhere to be seen.
Are we still in initiative order?
Initiative has broken, as the dragon has pretty much said, "This is my territory," and has fucked off.
Delilah will rush to Allegory's side and get one of those health potions. Take this.
Slurp. Slurp.
Roll
How
that
much is a
2d4
health
plus 2.
potion? 1d4 plus 2?
2d4.
2d4.
Plus 2.
2d4. I can do that. Roll. Oh yeah, I forgot. The settings on Google Chrome does not like me actually using D&D Beyond to roll. All right, that looks like a 5. Plus 2 is 7, which is more hit points than I have now, so I'm grateful.
You awaken Allegory to the cold space of the mountain.
I'll take a health
The
potion
machine
myself.
flickering, dying, but nothing else comes through the gate.
We do it?
No.
No.
Oh.
The dragon's heading towards the village, towards the valley.
That's not good.
No. Oh, my sword. Delilah will turn around and go retrieve her Hellfire sword.
Delilah was holding him up, and so he just falls back down again.
We have-
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we might need a little help on this one. Where's Rotger?
He was on the machine.
He
Delilah
what?
just holds up the hat.
No. No.
If we hurry, maybe we can find someone to bring him back?
Let's do it.
It's just a tiny wizard hat on top of the dread helm now.
Oh god.
Is the machine still active, right?
It is, but it is slowly dying as one of the crystals is damaged and it cannot sustain itself for much longer.
Oh.
You get the sense that it could probably, with a bit of finagling, open one more plane of existence to any place you choose. Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, cooperative operative.
Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I could finagle this to contact my uncle, great uncle. I don't know what he is to my family.
Brunkle?
Probably.
Oh, is this one Uncle Asmo? Or the
No,
other
it's
uncle?
Uncle Odd.
Uncle Odd! I love
Oh
Uncle
my
Odd. They're so
God.
much fun.
Sorry. Should have muted myself.
He's looking for the character sheet now, isn't he?
Sorry. I have a question. Odd is Lonnie's uncle?
Is now.
Really weird big tiefling family.
Mhm.
Big tiefling family and Scaldier fucks.
I No, hold the phone. Lonnie ain't no tiefling.
He's adopted.
Oh, baby.
Oh shit, you're right.
Sorry. God.
It's just going through a journey.
We play too much D&D.
Delilah will assist Lonnie in trying to get to the right plane with this machine.
All right. Roll Lonnie with advantage. An Arcana check.
You know what? That's not bad. 12.
You needed a 10. So, with some help and finagling, you're able to pull up this plane of existence, peering in. What does it look like, this plane?
He's from Phlegethos.
Oh, just a lot of fire.
Yeah.
A little bit
That's
worse
where
than the
Odd's
plane
from.
the dragon came through.
Lonnie just sticks his head inside. Uncle Odd Stone Mantle?
There's just a skull sitting on a fucking seat.
Huh.
Odd at this point in his life has turned demi-lich. Like he's just a skull. Just who wants to know?
It's me, Lonnie. I'm Olga's brother. Got adopted a few years back.
Oh, why aren't you at summer camp?
I'm not a tiefling.
Doesn't mean you can't learn to be your best bad self. What's cracking, my dude?
There's a red dragon about to obliterate the town we come from, and I was wondering, do you want some dragon hide?
Every day of my life. When I was an adventurer like you, I had white dragon hide, but I gave that to second daughter. Don't let her know the other one's out there. She'll get really mad.
Yeah, levity.
What do you need? Like transport to town? What? I got a badge of teleportation. I got a lot of shit.
I was hoping that you were down to fuck something up.
Oh, it's been a while. I don't really have a whole lot of my gear anymore, but I guess I could do it. I could give it the old collegiate try.
Cool. Do you need me
Allegory.
to like papoose you or?
What? No. And the skull like lifts up as this like billowing black smoke seems to emanate from it, but then like whips around and coalesces to just look like a robe. Like it's just like a skull faced tiefling wearing this robe that is covered in stars.
Dope. Oh. Delilah, this is my great uncle Odd.
I have heard so many stories about you. I cannot wait to work with you. Hi,
All
I'm
right,
Delilah.
just so you know, I was not on the docks that night. Those bodies were not my responsibility. There have been a lot of problems that have been attributed to me, which I will cop to, but some of them no.
That's fair. And if anyone ever asks, I was never in that grove and I do not have a necklace of fireball.
I like her. She's
Yeah.
nice.
When
And this
like
is Al. Or should we say Laddie?
Yeah. You like turn to point at Al and he's not there, and then like you step to the side and he's literally right behind you and has been the entire time. And he just kind of waves like, like shyly, and then he goes, "Have you seen my dog?"
I've seen a lot of dogs. What does it look like?
Never mind.
It has fur and it barks.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that dog. I've seen plenty of those dogs.
But as you pull back into the ice space, Odd, you kind of rambling as you float in, see the planeswalker machine kind of power down and die. Your way back home is no longer there.
Oh, that
Then-
attitude. Just call my dad and he'll take me home. He loves me.
But you all kind of remember it's a day's travel to get back to your town, unless you have some magic or will to get back.
Do you have anything from that town? Like some hair, fingernail clippings, a face?
Oh,
I
I
know.
have these. And Delilah will just hand you like a handful of trinkets out of her bag. Like, like when you like have a bunch of necklaces and bracelets and stuff, how they just all kind of gather into a ball.
I was about to be very concerned if you pulled out like a clump of hair or fingernails or faces.
What, you guys don't just like collect hair from villages that you go to? You're
Oh, no,
fucking
I
weird.
just take these out of people's pockets. I mean, I
I
source
like
them
her.
ethically and occasionally pay for them.
Yeah,
We're gonna need to have
Odd-
a talk later.
Lonnie, stop listening.
Odd was a level 20 adventurer with a badge of teleportation, so everyone grab on, we're going to town.
A quick scoot and boot later, you are in the middle of the town as the red dragon has bear down upon it, setting it alight. Roll me initiative. as you
Dragon!
aim
I saw
against
a
this
dragon!
Oh man, I have not played this character in so long.
You're welcome.
Initiative, you say?
Delilah got a 16.
I got an 8.
Lonnie got a 14.
18.
Okay, one at a time, Delilah.
16, I think is what I got.
Okay, Allegory.
18.
18. Odd.
8.
Lonnie.
14.
14. Dragon. I'm the best. I roll whatever I want.
I have a question. Can
Um,
I have taken a short rest?
Yeah, you can take it a short rest.
Otherwise, this is going to be a very short fight for me.
10, 11 for the dragon. Okay, so top of the order will be Allegory,
Oh God.
Delilah, Lonnie, the dragon, and Odd.
So there's
All
dragon.
right. Big dragon. So, what are you going to do, Allegory, as you see this great dragon land into the square, the town square, setting everything alight?
This is the wrong time for me to need to read something. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So at the start of his turn, as a bonus action, spending 3 sorcery points, there is a distant howl, and Allegory just goes, Play-Doh. And this writhing shadow, jittering from side to side, darts towards the dragon, and there's just these 2 pinpricks of light from somewhere inside it, and you can hear barks and yips as it approaches, as Allegory's dog arrives.
That's a really weird horse.
I think it's a cat.
Said dog is... I read what the dog does before, and I've already forgotten. I'm working on 4 hours, baby. 4 hours.
I love
of
it.
Dream time. Okay, Hound of Ill Omen. Appears with a number of temporary hit points equal to half your sorcerer level. Can move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. This is terrifying. At the start of its turn, the hound automatically knows its target's location. Cannot hide from the hound.
Make it sound like Allegory is the target of this Hound of Ill Omen.
Roll initiative for the hound on its turn. Oh god, it can only move toward the target in most direct route, and use its action. For simplicity's sake, can we just say the dog goes after me?
Yeah, I have a general house rule. Anything you have that's pet, familiar, companion-wise, always goes on your turn. It's just easier that way.
Additionally, while the hound is within 5 feet of the target has disadvantage on saving throws against any spell you cast. Dog parks next to the dragon. Time for me to cast a spell. I have
Cast that
no
spell.
sorcerer points left.
You can use a bonus action to eat a spell slot.
That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot that it goes both ways.
Not the only thing.
I knew it was coming. Okay, I'm gonna. I need the dragon to make me an intelligence save at disadvantage.
Okay. 14.
14. That's not gonna make it. As the dragon is affected by a phantasmal force, what is something that the dragon would be scared of?
Oh,
Commitment.
probably bigger dragons. I think it's say
So-
bigger dragons.
I'm gonna say that the phantasmal force is going to make my hound look like a terrifying spidery shadow dragon
Oh, yes.
that is bigger than he is, and is basically doing the dragon equivalent of like,
Hands up, bear.
you mess.
Okay. It is terrified and will be so.
Yeah. Cool. That occurs. I believe the target can use its action to determine if the phantasm, with an investigation check. So basically, it has to use an action to end the spell.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna be having the dragon attack it, so it'll be doing damage later.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
it.
good.
I'm sorry, that was a very
Alright.
dense turn, but I had to do some reading.
No problem. Delilah. Bonnie, you're on deck.
Okay. Oh, this is probably a bad idea, but she'd do it. She's gonna try and get as close to the dragon as she can. Does she have enough space to make it within 5 feet of the dragon?
Oh yeah, totally.
Cool. She's gonna attack it with her Hellfire short sword. Does a 14 hit?
Let me double check. 14 does not hit.
Okay. Then it takes nothing. Bonus action with her. Quit rolling things, D&D Beyond. I swear. With her bonus action, she is also not going to hit with her other short sword because that was a nat 1 for a 7.
Okay.
So that is
Uh,
me. I am within. This is gonna be fine.
5 feet of the dragon. Got it. Lonnie.
Lonnie rushes up next to Delilah and he's going to attack the dragon.
Right.
Release the dragon. 13 will not hit, probably.
Nope.
Second attack. 21 to hit.
Yes.
For 7 points of slashing damage. He's gonna
Okay.
throw a what is it? Maneuver on top of that, distracting strike. When you hit a target with a weapon attack, expend a superiority die and add the damage to the total. The dragon's gonna take an additional 5. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me has advantage on the attack if it's made before my next turn. I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
and as I attack again, I'm going to expend one of my attack actions plus a bonus action so that Delilah can use her reaction to attack at
Okay.
advantage.
Okay. And that's at advantage?
Yeah.
19?
19 hits.
You get sneak attack on this.
Yay! So that'll be 20. That'll be 7 plus the 15 sneak attack for a total of 22.
And I have a second attack. Natural 20.
Okay.
For 11.
Minus 11. Got it. All right.
Unleash the dragon. That's it. That's his turn.
All right. The dragon is thoroughly startled by this great phantasmal force in front of it. It will ignore Lonnie and Delilah as the bigger dragon is scarier than the both of you. And I think we'll attack the hound because it's scary and it doesn't like being scared. How does, I'm guessing an 8 doesn't hit your hound? Their allegory?
That's a good question. What did it roll?
An 8?
No,
All right. It's going to try again.
it just jitters in place, just like.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 will hit.
Okay. How does 5 points of damage look upon this creature?
That's doing all right.
All right, and then an additional 2 points of fire damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, one more attack. As it kind of gobs at your dragon. 20 hits. Or 12 points of bitey damage.
Okay.
All right. That is the dragon's turn because it's more concerned with something that's scarier than it. And it is your turn, Odd.
Oh, that was its first mistake. It should have been scared of me. And like Odd's like he's watching like Delilah and Lonnie and Allegory. It's just I remember back when I was level 6. What a good time. What a
Huh?
good time indeed. Oh, nothing, dear. Just keep doing what you're doing. You seem really nice. I have gifts for you after all of this is said and done. But in the meantime, and he just flicks a dagger up onto like the point of his finger, like he's just balancing it perfectly, flips it up, grabs it, and just hucks it. So he is going to make an attack roll. Allies are within 5 feet, so this will
Yep.
be at advantage.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he's an arcane trickster.
Yeah. So that would be a 30 to hit with just a regular ass dagger.
Yeah.
So that is going to be for 37 points of damage.
On
37.
casts knife.
Yeah, it's a good spell. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna stealth. I don't even really
Okay.
need to roll for this, but just for shiggles. That's a 27. He just like fades into aether.
Okay.
Somebody screams
All
off in the distance. They might be getting stabbed or murdered. Who knows? He's having fun.
Okay.
Lonnie never should have introduced this uncle to Delilah.
At the top of the round, Allegory, it's your turn as you just see a knife kind of sink unnaturally deep into this dragon.
Terrifying. Okay, the dragon's gonna take 2 psychic damage from the
Uh-huh.
phantasmal force. And then I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth on it, so it needs to make a dexterity check at disadvantage.
All right.
I forgot it was supposed to take an extra 6 because 37 was just because 37 was just the numbers from the dice, but 6 was the modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justin. Rolled a nat 1.
Oh, woof. Hate to see it. 21 bludgeoning damage.
21 bludgeoning damage. Allegory, explain to me how you kill this dragon.
Well, when Allegory casts Erupting Earth, I want to say it's got like Odd's dagger like in a vital place in it somewhere. And like Odd just like kind of starts tearing at the air with one hand. And like these flames that are like outlined, it's like black flames outlined in white, start to lick up his fingers. Those flames begin to like erupt from cracks in the earth as well. And then like just it's like gravity is increasing underneath the dragon as like cracks like spiderweb out from underneath it. And then like rocks and cobblestone and basically everything underneath it begins to like break up in rubble, and just basically a sinkhole opens up underneath the dragon and it's buried underneath the rubble that like is formed by the earth beneath it.
Very nice. You watch as this great quake takes place in front of you, shaking the earth, shifting and moving. Shadows and waves of something unearthly pull this dragon deep beneath the ground, burying it, effectively ending its life. And there's a stillness around you before there's erupting cheers as the town explodes in applause and happy joys of cries of happiness. And you see children kind of run up to all of you, just hugging you. You see old men, women just sort of patting your backs. And Lonnie, you see the captain of the guard give you a nod of acknowledgement and goes to clean up this town.
Lonnie pulls out a sending stone. Hey, Mom. Yeah, it's Lonnie. Uncle Odd's in town. Help. Puts the sending stone away.
Like Al looks around to see if Odd saw that, but Odd is gone. And like Al questions why he wants
Odd's dragging a body from the side. look what the dragon did.
Oh, it is like if you do a recount of the town later, there are individuals that are missing that weren't anywhere near where the dragon was. And he just like comes back with like, you see him like hefting like a sack of something in his hand, because he can use mage hand even though he doesn't have like physical hands. Just like, you will not believe what people just left lying around in their homes. Incredible, really.
Isn't it amazing the number of
is it
things you can
done?
just find walking around town?
Yeah.
Uncle Odd, I hope that isn't a bag of teeth again.
No, I'm look, the teeth thing was just a stint. I needed it for a necklace for one of the grandkids. Scorn was really into it at the time, so I figured why not? And it's not like those people were using their teeth anyways. I mean, it was like a liquid diet thing.
Scorn said he wanted a shark tooth necklace.
I thought he said a sharp tooth necklace. See, that's where the distinction came in. I really just need to pay attention more. You guys killed that thing? Good for you. Good for you. You can keep that dagger. I got plenty more where those came from. But all things considered.
You didn't see.
What?
You didn't see it. It's fine.
Oh, no, totally. It was you, right?
Yeah.
You can't lie to me.
God. Anybody see where my dog went?
Yeah, it's probably like over there or something. Anyways, hey, you two. Lonnie, you said was your name, and Delilah, right? Those are
Yes.
two of you.
Mm-hmm.
I got some gifts to bestow on you before I go back on my way. Where is this place, anyway? Is this Toral? Is this the town? This doesn't seem like the town.
Well, it's our town.
Close enough.
As
Just
long
try
as you
and
can
make
get
good choices on that one.
As long as you can get to Sigil, right?
Fuck Sigil. That place sucks. Lady of Pain. What an outright stinky face. Do not like her. However, these are for you. And he pulls out. Let me see what I had in my inventory that I was thinking. Yeah,
Literally
fine.
just digging around in your pockets.
Yeah,
for
just
candy.
there's some candy. There's a severed hand. You don't really need one of those. Tosses it over his shoulder.
Oh, actually, can I take that?
Sure, fuck it. But if you ever need to renovate, you got a demo before you reno. He will pull out 10 bags, 10 small bags of fine explosive powder.
Oh, your uncle is so thoughtful. Thank you
you just
so
take
much.
these, Lonnie. You didn't get them from me.
Nope.
Because if you do, I'll find you.
Mama didn't raise no narc.
That's
She didn't.
right.
He really doesn't do that.
Good. That's the goal, right? No narcs in the family.
Absolutely not.
Nope. Otherwise, Grandpa gets mad. And not me, Grandpa. I'm talking about your great-grandfather. He's he can be a little bit of a nasty man if he wants to. But don't worry about it.
Your great grandfather's still alive?
Oh, yeah, no, he's been like ruling the hells for a while. Well, not like the hells, but at least like our level.
To be fair, I'm adopted.
Well, when you're family, right? That a kid. That's the spirit. If you ever need a job, summer camp's always open looking for counselors.
Oh,
Can we go to summer camp?
well, it's Hell Scouts.
What's that?
Gotta teach you to be your best bad self.
I want to go.
In the rubble looking for his dog. And he just like pokes his head up, and Lonnie hears a whisper that says, "What's a family?"
Hold on. Walks over. Come here. Come here.
What is this? Looks at Delilah. Are they like a thing?
Oh no, Lonnie and I are a thing. I think
Oh, that's
Lonnie's
very nice.
adopting. I think that's what this means.
Another one for the family.
Uncle Allegory doesn't know what a family is. We should
Well,
teach him.
Allegory? Al, can I call you Al?
Yeah, that's what.
I think I saw your dog actually come back to my house. Would you like to join him?
Oh yeah, if that's where my dog
I'm
went.
pretty sure I saw him go there. I can teach you all sorts of things. Here, take some
Allegory.
fine explosive powder. It's
Oh,
kind of the
God.
thing.
Allegory's getting kidnapped.
Just Lonnie turns to Allegory. You're gonna learn in this group from our Uncle Dom that nothing's stronger than family.
I don't know. Thane was pretty strong.
Thane was pretty strong.
He was very strong.
As
But-
you're having this conversation, the town on fire, being put out by various guards, there's a set of steps behind you as a elderly man with fading red hair that comes into gray, smoking a pipe, approaches you and holds out a series of letters embossed with a beautiful, what looks to be a royal decree on top of it, and hands it towards you, Delilah. Lonnie pauses at odd, but gives it to you. And
I love
brings you
other
that.
people's mail.
And then to Allegory.
What's
What's
this?
this?
It's a formal invite. Should you want to step up your guild membership?
Yeah.
We're members of a guild?
You can be.
What's
We
the catch? What's
pay-
the guild?
The King's Guild. We pay 300 gold per month. Anything you find on your adventures, you keep. 5% comes back to us, but that can be negotiated.
I mean, it sounds like a good deal, mister, but I've never met you before. Which just walks up to someone to hand them a job.
It
People
happens
like me.
more often than you think, actually.
And who are you?
He
I'm-
extends his hand. I'm Montague Greenhorn of the King's Guild.
Huh.
Delilah will shake his hand.
Now, your starter's fee, if you want to join on, is 100 gold. If you want to join in, you get clothes, food, shelter. We've been watching for a while.
I
Creepy.
swear I did not do that thing in the Grove. That was not me.
Oh, she was with me the whole time.
Mm-hmm. I've never even owned a firewall necklace.
We don't really care about the good or evils of things. We just want the job done.
Oh.
Huh.
Lonnie, let's join.
Well, I have to be free next summer for to be a counselor over at Hell Scouts, but yeah, sure.
We provide a 6-week leave package, holidays included, paternity leave, pet insurance, what have you.
Oh, that's
Dental
good. We have a lot of
health.
pets. How do you feel about dogs?
Love them.
Great.
Lonnie picks up Montague, turns to Allegory. Is this your dog?
Not
A very
enough eyes.
grumpy old man looks at you.
Long
I'm not
cat and
dog.
old man.
But he'll just leave you with the letters that has a address on them. And he'll leave, then seems to blend into the crowd, vanishing from your sight.
He can do that too. Neat.
Oh, huh.
It's really not hard. You just need to practice or have some sweet boots.
Yeah. good
Lonnie
boots.
jingles in plate armor.
We'll work on it, honey.
You just need a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did good. You conquered a series of events that led to the unfortunate death of one of your friends. You can try to bring him back if you want, but finding the cleric of that caliber in your town is a bit hard to do. You'll need to go to the bigger cities. But luckily, you've been invited to one of those big cities by a very strange old man who likes to smoke a pipe. And as we end out on that, Odd, you're just having a grand old time. And
Oh yeah. I will. I'll use ascending, to let my dad Belial know that I need a ride back home. But don't worry, I got it. I picked up a stray on the way.
all right.
Knew I should have taken plane shift.
A few moments pass before a hot rod of a carriage appears, and your dad Belial opens the doors and says, "Hey, get in."
You never come in person. Oh, Dad, you're just the best. Thanks. Come on, Al. I'm just pretty sure I saw your dog come this way.
Al's like just turning to ask Lonnie what a dad is when he's like, oh, yeah, okay. And he just hops into the carriage. He's going to hell.
Bye,
One of 'em.
Allegory.
We'll come visit.
I'll do. It's a great time.
Honestly, a lot of family like get-togethers turn into bloodbaths. It's kind of weird.
When can we go?
Before Odd leaves, he turns to Delilah. As nice as that job sounds, remember, when you freelance, you keep everything. If they're taking 5%, fuck them. You deserve every bit of gold you kill or take from someone.
Right.
Be good. He just like pats your head.
Bye, Uncle Odd. I like him.
He's cool.
But your family grows larger, Lonnie. Delilah, you've met a really cool uncle. And the town is safe, aside from some buildings that are still on fire. But we'll end there for tonight.
Awesome. Jen, thank you so much for running this.
Thank
This was so
you.
much fun. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to traumatize Steven by getting him killed in a battle.
This is what he lives for.
Traumatized. Yeah.
Exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
Uh,
You played into my hands perfectly.
Still came out on top, and he kidnapped another one of my tieflings.
Kidnapped, adopted.
Adopted. Legal kidnap.
Yeah.
And with that, everybody, we are going to go ahead and go through our outros. On my channel, we do things a little bit differently because we are a charity channel. We do like to shout out charities that are near and dear to the players' hearts. I will have Jen go first today. Jen, who is your favorite charity?
The charity I'm championing is the Alzheimer's Society in the UK. They are a nonprofit organization that helps provide resources and information and online counseling towards those who have Alzheimer's and dementia. They are trying to research a cure towards this debilitating disease, and hopefully someday they will find such a cure.
Awesome. Thanks for telling us about them. RJ, who you like to talk about?
Hey everybody, it's me RJ, and today I'm talking about Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot is a decentralized nonprofit media collective, and they report on far-right organizations and sources of racial and economic injustices in the US. Oh boy, keep up to date. The media likes to filter things, so get your media unfiltered.
Awesome. Indoor, do you have a favorite charity you'd like to tell us about?
I do. My favorite charity is the Tiny Changes organization based out of Scotland. They are a suicide awareness charity that was based off of the or made after the lead singer of the band Frightened Rabbit passed away. Rest in peace. But their goal is specifically to help out with young Scottish kids, because the fact, Jen, that your country goes into complete and utter darkness for months at a time kind of messes with people a little bit. So it's really to help them push through the dark times.
Awesome. And Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com.
That's me. I'm plugging Special Effect today. They are also based out of the UK. Special Effect is a charity that focuses on making video games accessible to people with physical disabilities. From modified joypads to eye control technology, Special Effect uses various methods to make games more inclusive so everyone gets to play.
Awesome. That's a really cool charity. Excuse me. The coughing fits have hit. It's fine. My charity of choice, as always, is thetrevorproject.org. This community has been donating to them since mid-2020, when I took my channel from being a for-profit channel to being a charity channel. Thank you to each and every person who has given bits, subbed to the channel for all of these months. I could not do any of this without you. We recently donated as a community $101 to the organization. They provide crisis and counseling support for the LGBTQIA+ youth community, and they do a lot of wonderful outreach programs throughout the world. And with that, before my voice totally gives out on me, reminders for the day. If you have forgotten to take your meds today, this is your gentle reminder that don't be hard on yourself about it. It happens. Go ahead and take those now. Drink some water, the clear stuff, no carbonation. Your body needs it. Hydration's important. Eat a healthy snack today, because that's a good thing to do too. And last but not least, if there is someone important in the world that you have not recently told that they are important to you and how much they matter to you, go do that today. It's never too soon to go and tell someone how much you care about them when they are a major part of your life. And sometimes we all need a little reminder that people care about us. So yeah, those are your goals for the day. I'll see y'all later. Everybody wave. We're going now. Bye.